Let's play with our crumbs and scraps to create 8-inch finished quilt block and form half square triangles. For this block, you will need crumbs, scraps, strip sets, and leftover pieces. You can even chop up larger pieces down, just throw everything into a pile. You will also need background fabric, which I recommend something either in a high contrast, a solid, or a print that reads as a solid. Basically, nothing too busy since we want our scraps to outshine everything else. So let's begin. First, you will take some scraps of fabric and start sewing them together, plain and simple with a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I have rectangle scraps, so I'll just sew one next to the other, and it doesn't matter on the length as we will be trimming things off as we go. Our goal is to cut 6 3-inch squares made from our crumbs, so what we'll do is just keep building off of our scrappy unit. And since I have a lot of vertical seams going on, let's change it up and add a horizontal piece. Since it isn't large enough, I'm going to keep adding on to it until it will fit, and once again, measurements do not need to be perfect. Since I added a piece with a salvage edge, I'm going to trim it off, throw away the salvage, and the other piece, I'll just throw it back into the pile. Now you can leave salvages on. I know many quilters who like to create quilts with salvages, but for me, I like to remove them. But once again, there are no rules here when we are creating our scrappy units. And once again, since our goal is a 3-inch square, I'm actually going to cut it in half roughly. And things do not need to be accurate, so I'll just save that piece for later. Then all I'll do is just keep adding on one piece or scrappy unit at a time. And if a larger piece comes into play, I will just sew it and then trim excess off. Normally I would use and leave larger pieces in, but since we are making a smaller scrappy unit, I would like to have some varied prints within the block, but you could just cut out a simple 3-inch square from a large piece of fabric and varied it up. But for now, I want to focus on smaller scrappy units. You can also play with angles and sew pieces at an angle instead of a straight line. I do find that if your scraps are on the square or rectangle side, cutting pieces at an angle can create more scrap waste, but it does look pretty cool. Now you can make a scrappy unit that is 3 inches wide by forever long, or you can create a square or a fatter rectangle piece. Once again, it doesn't matter as long as you can cut out 6 3-inch squares. Now that my piece is large enough, I'm going to take my ruler and start cutting my blocks out. Clear rulers are nice here so you can see what it will look like, and you can move it around if you have a seam that might end up on the edge. But once everything is cut out, you will need 6 3-inch squares and 4 2.5-inch squares in your background fabric. On the 3-inch background squares, draw a 45-degree line from corner to corner with a fabric marking tool. Do this on the background as you will have multiple seams on your scrappy unit. Place them right sides together and carefully sew a 1/4-inch seam allowance on both sides of the line you drew. Please take your time and be very careful. Next, take a rotary cutter and cut on the line. I recommend a rotary cutter instead of fabric scissors because of those seam allowances. It can be difficult to cut with scissors if you have many seams going on. You'll then form 2 2.5-inch half square triangles and make sure to square your blocks up. Repeat this step until you have a total of 12 2.5-inch half square triangles. With those triangles and your background 2.5-inch squares, place them like so, and sew your blocks into rows, and lastly your rows together to complete a 8.5-inch quilt block. Use this pattern to make as many as you'd like. I made another to show you that it would actually look good paired up with my 9-patch chain scrappy quilt blocks, or you can even use the X quilt blocks that I made previously. I will have all those videos linked down below in the description, but you can mix everything up. And I do hope you have enjoyed this fun twist. If you could please take a moment to hit that like and subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can be notified for your next amazing quilt project.